I got another Mercy. This one's small though. My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver, and you're watching Driven Diary episode 102. Driven Diary is the documentation of my life as I build a $1 billion automotive service business called Driven Auto Care. We currently have 3 locations in the San Francisco Bay Area, including the one we're standing in right now, which is under major renovations, which you'll get to see quite a lot of in this week's video. It's a lot of changes going on, a lot of new and exciting things happening in this space. So stay tuned for that. In this week's video, we're doing a lot both with managing renovations, managing some of our company-owned vehicles, and dealing with both morale and selling issues across all 3 shops. So you're gonna see and hear about a lot of different issues that were going on and how we're overcoming them. And that's really the point of Driven Diary, is to help document the journey of entrepreneurship, what all the mistakes and lessons look like, and hopefully some of the successes along the way. And in posterity, you can come back and see exactly what it took to go from 0 when we acquired the first shop in Driven Diary episode 4 or something like that, all the way through today and towards a $1 billion valued company. So with all that said, let's get to the video. Monday afternoon, and I am stressed and feeling emotionally vulnerable and just trying to survive. And we're fucking surviving. We took in almost 20 grand in sales today, so that's a win. I am continuing to refine our product offerings so that we can improve cash flow, improve sales, improve the value that we give our customers. Big effort going into that right now after watching Alex Hormozi's very, very long live stream in which he released his $100 million Money Models book. But more to come on that in the long term. That's a big business model refinement project that I'm taking on to basically improve our value proposition, get customers more excited about what we're offering over and above what other shops offer. So that's that. There used to be a shelf here. That shelf's in that room now. That was going to be a studio over there. Let me show you why it was going to be. So the ceiling in my office, as you can see, goes up quite high. This all is open. And in this room, which is the studio, turn on the light in here. So huge ceiling, very high, very echoey in here. And we can't have that. We can't have a big echoey space in here for recording. So I was planning to drop the ceiling and make that space a bit more enclosed so that a studio could be better suited for that space. But the ceiling was gonna cost $6 grand, and that's before they amend the sprinkler system. So I've decided to go ahead and keep pushing forwards with my office as being the main studio. We're gonna install some sort of blackout curtain system in there. And in here, this wall fully painted now. Fully painted. It actually looks pretty dang good. Except for that, obviously. That is where the piping for the bathroom over there is still in progress, and it's not the greatest so far. The urinal they installed has an extremely loud squeaking noise when it flushes, way too high pressure, causing big splashes when you flash. This scaffolding was about 2 inches from this Porsche. Obviously this is a rather very nicely modified, repainted, great example of a Porsche that's getting a fully built performance engine right now. And that scaffolding was too fucking close. And then I looked closer at the car and I saw it had splashes of dirty water on it from where they cleaned this wall, which stressed me out quite a lot. So I moved the car. This is about as far as I can move it right now because of this motherfucking lift in the way. So fortunately, hopefully, I begged the owner of the lift company to come and move this fucking thing. And I hope they do, because once that's out of the way, we can move all this stuff over there, get it out of the way where the paint has already happened, it's already dried. I'll feel a lot better about that. Lastly, San Ramon did its first 4-day, 4/10s work week last week, and it was a pretty good success. So Fremont, we talked about it yesterday in the meeting. Fremont, Nate came in today, pitched it to the guys. They immediately unanimously approved 4-day work weeks. So Fremont next week will be going to 4/10s as well. Send all the paperwork off to San Francisco. We're doing it compliant, legal, all that jazz. Now, I'm going to take my new car home that you briefly saw teased in last week's video. My gray, not green, E63 AMG. I'm very, very excited. That is another one of my dream cars. Bought it. I'll talk more about it later. That's all for now. It's Tuesday, and it's 10:15 at night. Mohammed just left. Hamilton's behind the camera, and we just finished a 9-hour session of driven-related activities. This side of the shop, as you can see, is significantly different than it was. So here we have our new dumbbell rack. Okay, most importantly though, we have this back corner is now empty, and as you can tell, Hamilton got a little mad at points when we were working through this, and there are now 2 holes in the wall.
He's a liar.
Yeah, those were there already. I don't know what happened, but there are holes in the wall there. We'll get those patched up tomorrow. They can clean this wall. They can finish painting. So I can show you over here, they painted that whole wall over there. And then they've also painted this whole wall over here. And so this is where the gym is going to be for now. And it is quite a nice setup, I think, over here. We have a bit more space, and I honestly do just feel that putting the gym over here means there's room for the gym to expand, as opposed to in that little corner over there. And that little corner can serve a great purpose as like both a display for merchandise, as well as a photo shoot studio type thing, because the lighting is really good over there. I mentioned in yesterday's clip that the previous studio is not going to be a studio because it's too expensive to renovate that room into a studio. And so we're just going to continue to move forwards with the office as the studio for filming a lot of content. Part of me is guilty feeling that I'm not spending more time on Driven Auto Care. I'll admit that. Also, I do think this is one of those things and times where, you know, somebody who's building a business can get distracted by another business. At the same time, I'm already distracted by another business, and this is designed to cut that out and replace it with something else that I know I'm building for the long term. And so that makes it feel less like a distraction and more of a pivot for like my personal career. And Driven Auto Care is doing okay. We have customers in all the shops right now. Our marketing is working, though we haven't refreshed it in a while, and so that is a little concerning. And I think the social media work we're doing is also continuing to build the personal brand as well that funnels people into Driven Auto Care. So
Yes.
yeah, so I'm also trying to figure out how to get the managers to adhere to a higher standard of operating. And that's hard when I feel it comes very easily, but I haven't explained what it needs to go into it. And so that's another thing I was working on today is like at the end of the day, checklist. You should have your shit together by going through these things, like inbox 0 in your email. That's something that comes very easily to me. It's not something that everybody does. So it's like one of those that's, you know, if you get your inbox and your email clear every day, you probably are keeping your shit together, as an example. So think about that for next time. I'm gonna get in my Mercedes. Hamilton's gonna get in his new Lexus.
Yeah.
His borrowed Lexus. Lent Lexus. I mean, you didn't, I kind of told you to drive it, so.
Yeah.
That's the
Forced
story.
Lexus.
It's okay. I think you'll survive,
Yeah, I think
maybe.
I'll be fine.
But yeah, that's all for tonight.
All right, let me turn down One Republic over here. It is Wednesday afternoon. I am currently in the Lexus 300. We are just getting it driven, go figure, and making sure that it'll pass smog, so putting a little bit of miles on it for Arun. This is gonna be a new loaner car, so we're in the works of getting that done. Looking around this vehicle, you guys will soon learn to know that I really, really like tiny little features in cars. It doesn't matter if it's the most expensive car in the world. It doesn't need to look super crazy, but if it has cool, tiny features, I love it. So this was something I found out today. I found just driving this car. I got it, you know, at 11 last night from Arun to drive around, is this right here. So you're looking at your steering column, you're looking over here, the dash. If you push this right here, it brings down a little control center. Kind of feels like a fighter jet almost. And with this, we can bring our mirrors in for parking in tight spaces. We can bring them back out. This button right here, I'll show you guys, we'll flip the camera. If I press that button, it brings up a shade in the back, brings it down automatically. And then what else do we have here? We have our gas and we have our trunk button just to open those up. Mirror adjusters, odometers, very, very cool. And then it just flicks back up. If you press this right under it, has a little change pocket. So very cool, tiny little feature here in the Lexus GS 300. Right down here, we got caffeine, we have the phone. 2006, they didn't have the iPhone, but you know, fits perfectly right there. And then coming down here, we actually have heated and cooled seats for the passenger and for the driver. We have a power button to get that extra oomph, and we also have a snow option down here as well. Traction control off, traction control on. Very nice wood shifter right here. It's an automatic, but you know, we'll get over that. Over here, you know, it was 06, so we had an ashtray, you have the cigarette lighter, and a very period correct infotainment system over here with the map. If it comes up, we'll hit agree. It's a little slow. With that very, very old 06 map on the Lexus, it's amazing. Everything in this car was luxury in 06, so even down here we have the memory controlled seats. So if you have multiple drivers and someone's taller, someone's shorter, someone's, you know, lighter, or wherever they need to be, they have their settings here. And everything is very haptic. I mean, even the glove box comes down, you have nice space in there. So all in all, you know, I love, love, love tiny little features in cars like this, and I'm gonna have a great time. It's an amazing car. So if you ever are at Driven Auto Care and you need a loaner car, I would ask Arun for this one. That's all for now.
The latest. Seems no painting got done today. No painting happening over there. Oh, by the way, Wednesday afternoon, I just got here. It's 3:40. Worked from home for most of the day and had a very long physical therapy session, which was extremely beneficial and long overdue. We took these cabinets down yesterday. I can't remember if we showed that in yesterday's video. I don't believe so, but there were some holes in the wall behind the cabinets there, so those are gone now. Everything we talked about a couple weeks ago as far as the gym being in this corner is scrapped. We're just gonna clean this up. I don't know exactly what it's gonna be for yet, but this lighting is nice, and Mohammed saw this yesterday and he thought some sort of studio here. So, photo shoot studio, I should say. That's in progress. Current state of the gym is poor. It's poor. There's a Passat in the gym. This is not what was originally intended, but it's temporary. There's Nate. Hello, Nate. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, getting through it. Urinal's better now. I can't remember if I even mentioned that it was bad, but urinal's better. Porsche's safe here. Porsche's safe. They're gonna do some cleaning up here. and they couldn't today because I had my 2 cars kind of parked right here last night. So that's that, and that's all for now. Thursday morning, and I am headed from the San Ramon shop to the Fremont shop. A couple of updates. The Fremont shop, I think I mentioned earlier this week, elected to move to 410s for their schedule, so that's starting next week. Campbell got jealous as being the only one still doing 5 days a week, and so today we just had them vote, and they also voted to go to 410s. So all 3 shops will have Fridays off from next week. So that's exciting. And Evelyn's calling me, so I'm going to take that and then get back on here and keep talking to you guys. A nice call with Evelyn, in case you wondered, which you didn't. But anyways, I'm in my Mercedes. This is the other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm in my Mercedes. Sounds nice, doesn't it? And I've had Mercedes before, and they've been trash. If you go back to one of the very first Driven Diary episodes ever, I talk about the W126 420 SEL that I bought. Trash car. I mean, it was great, but it had definitely like a compression issue in the engine. And then the second one I bought, it had some sort of like tuning issue, bunch of vacuum leaks, and I dumped a ton of money into it, replacing the ignition coil, spark plugs, injectors, whole fuel system. Basically, it was a mess. This is a 2019 E63 AMG, and it is very nice. I am very insulated, comfortable in here. The Bluetooth is very high quality. I have this big CarPlay screen that you can't see. I get about 14 miles a gallon with my twin turbo 600 horsepower V8. I have massaging seats. That's actually what I want to talk about. I was just stuck in traffic going from from San Ramon to Fremont, and I'm just sitting here with my massaging seats in this nice sound insulated cabin. Just Oh, and I get to lean my head on this, I don't know if you can see it, the nice embroidered AMG headrests. This is the finer things in life, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you know, you earn nice things, and you appreciate them because you earned them. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I would love for you to do too. That's all for now. Talk to you later. Batman overlooking Gotham City, or is it the driver overlooking Milpitas? It's a little less I don't know, heroic maybe. I got my Batmobile here, and we just finished shooting a video that's like a tribute of this car, because I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I really don't know what to do with it. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel again, but I get very emotionally attached to most of my cars that I own for a long period of time, and it makes it very hard to decide to sell it. And when I do decide to sell it, that car is dead to me, and I want it gone as soon as possible, and I accept way less money for it. So fun fact, if you want a good deal on a car, convince me that I shouldn't have my car anymore. I'll probably let it go for less. But yeah, we are here in the VTA of the Milpitas parking garage. That's not the Milpitas, it's just Milpitas. But
Great view too.
great view up here. It's a nice place. We got me and Hamilton. Mohammed was here taking pictures as well for listing photos. Maybe. Put a big maybe on the screen right here. Right here. Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's all for now. I don't have anything else to talk about.
Stay driven.
Friday evening in the Mercedes. It's about 7:30. And I'm in a weird neighborhood. I've never been to this area before. I'm still in Union City, California, but I'm like 25 minutes from my house in a very dense community of like luxury houses, but they're all like really close together, and it doesn't feel all that luxury. It's kind of a common thing here. But as you saw, I was here to pick up a mysterious object in a plastic bag. And I basically just did a drug deal, is what it feels like. I slipped some cash under a doormat and took this bag from their porch. Shh. So what we have here, I'll show you when I'm at this traffic light. What we have here is a Mercy. I got another Mercy. This one's small though. This one is very tiny and is six hundred V8 twin turbo horsepower hits in this car. Oh man. Anyways, I got another Mercy. I have an orange 118 scale Mercy that I've had since I was a little kid. One came up for sale on Marketplace for 40 bucks, so I got it. And you know, you could probably sell this for 140 bucks, but you know what? It's a silver original phone dial wheel Mercy. Eventually I need to get an LP640 model. I don't have an LP640 model. I have a 670 model that cost me almost $1,000, and then it broke as soon as I got it because I tried to open the rear hatch for the engine cover with the little plastic bits that are on the real car, and I put my fingernail under it and it just snapped. My $1,000 model. And these have the original non-glass, I don't know what material it is, but they're opaque, and they don't break. And this is a much more functional model. I gotta say, the Auto Art models are not as durable or functional as the Maestos. In case you cared, which you probably don't, but hey, that's what I'm here to educate you on. I ran the Campbell shop today, kind of. Eric had the day off, and by the time I got there at around 9, they were already kind of running themselves. I don't think I really need to do that in the future, though I did, you know, sell some work, book some appointments, convince some people to book appointments. So overall, good practice for, you know, being a service advisor. I always have to keep sharp with that skill set, keep getting better at it, keep getting better at the things I'm teaching my guys to do also. So we're gonna start doing a lot more training. Hamilton's coming full-time on Monday, and we have a lot of trainings to record. So all that said, I'm headed to the shop from the sketchy, densely packed luxury neighborhood of Union City, and I'm going to get a workout in this Sunday evening, and then I'm going home, going to sleep. But one more thing before I go, actually. This morning we let go of an employee in the consulting business, which is quite a big deal because there's 11 people in this company, and it's been the same crew apart from one other underperforming person for a long time. And this guy, you know, worked for me for a long time, and it was unfortunately easy to let him go. You know, behavior, competency, performance were just not up to par, and that's all okay if you're not arrogant about it. Honestly, you can be humble and you can learn, but if you go and say you're great and you need more money, and you know, I'm being unfairly treated and unfairly compensated, when in reality you're probably overcompensated for the amount of work you do, it's not a good look. There's a Corvette C8 Z06 at the AA fellowship right there. That's cool. Yeah, so that's what I gotta say right now. You know, it's not ideal. I will have a lot more consulting work coming up here. I'm actually going to Wisconsin next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for consulting work. But yeah, we got a lot going on, a lot to do. And if you've watched this far in the video, I appreciate it. I know these videos are getting longer. We got Hamilton's clips in here. I'm doing more because I can feel like I can afford to with my time, because I'm not the one editing the videos anymore. So that's great. That's all for now. Saturday morning, I got a kid back there, and I have an interesting observation. We keep a diaper caddy. This is some real dad car advice here. We keep a diaper caddy in every car that our son goes in. And I'm in the Explorer right now, and there's, you know, a box on the floor in the back seat with diapers and wipes and a changing pad, and, you know, it's everything you need. It's everything you need for having this guy along for the ride with you. But there's one thing we're missing, and it's formula. It's food. It's making sure this guy has something to eat. Now, that usually means bringing, depending on the duration of your trip, either a cooler with like 6 or 8 bottles in it for the whole day, or it means bringing his diaper bag that we have with an insulated pocket in it, and putting bottles in there with an ice pack. But I was getting in the car just now and thinking to myself, man, my Land Rover had a fridge, and I wouldn't need to bring this other bag. I could just throw a couple bottles in the fridge. Yeah, what he said. It's annoying. I miss my Land Rover all of a sudden. Probably would have had a bunch of problems by now, but hey, so has the Explorer with 160,000 miles. Nevertheless, reducing my cost of ownership by buying one with such high miles and being a shop owner. So that's my observation for this morning, and that's all for now. Now, just to give you one last clip as we round out this video, I'm standing in the Fremont shop. It is about 10 o'clock at night on Sunday. I'm here with Hamilton, and we're recording for this video and just going over a few things to plan out the week. I'm getting on a red-eye flight to Wisconsin at 1 a.m. today, and I'll be gone for 2 days to attend some meetings out there for one of our consulting clients. Then I'll be back here to do normal driven auto care, and we are driven tasks over the rest of the week. But this is what it takes. It's like a weird time commitment, a lot of time commitments. I had training my managers earlier this evening. I had a car meet where I was trying to compare our business model to another company's business model that's similar. It never stops. It really doesn't. And I'm grateful for that because I love what I do, and I'm happy to share this journey with you guys. So, with all that said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like so we can show up higher in the YouTube algorithm. If you have any questions or feedback, leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's Driven Diary. And until next week, I hope you can go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and stay driven.